I'm so done with this. I think because I realize that so many people out there think so remedially, and that the people who read with pictures, I have to baby step them into understanding the nuance, because heaven forbid I just conduct a radio show like a normal thinking person. No, I have to baby step certain people, certain drive-by into the understanding the nuance of the situation. You can like somebody and then disagree with them still. What?
No way.
So, I'm sorry, but no on this one. The way that I look at this is, we've been in our house, and I'm not downplaying it. I have, and I believe me, I understand the seriousness of the situation. I have one of my dearest friends whose family is dealing with a loss because of this. So get real. Don't insult me and yourself. I'm really sassy about this. The idea that, and I told my oldest son this last night, because, and he's a good kid, and I get it that it's stressful on them, but can you get a reality check? I told my son, I said, you know what? You need to toughen up. Your grandfather, at your age, actually, he was younger than you, lied about his age to go and serve in the military after the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. And he was gone for multiple tours. And when he came back, he met, when he was on leave, he met and married a woman. And then when he came back again, they had a baby. And then a drunk driver killed his entire family. And he started over with my grandmother. The baby survived, and he had to leave his daughter to go back to serve on the USS Alabama. And that is not just one exception to this. That's like every single person that I know from that generation did something like that, right? Like one of my great grandmothers, after her husband, and this was World War I, or no, was it World War II? She went into the factories, and she was a riveter. She was one of those women. We have a picture of her with her kerchief on her head, and left her kids with relatives, out in the Ozarks, and went up to the cities to work in the factory. So I told my son, I'm like, you know what? I've actually been longer than him. I've been in the house for 4 weeks. I'm on a month now. Next week will be my 5th week. And I said, it's tough right now, but this is for a couple of months. To act like this is going to change the entirety of life in the United States, the only thing that it should change is how we deal, A, with China, B, maybe our media will stop trying to use politics to undercut the administration when they're making good decisions that save lives. I'm not quite sure that this is on par with some of the stuff. Look, it's huge. But I'm sorry. From what I know from my grandparents and what I've heard of my great-grandparents, the stuff they went through, that was messed up. Messed up. How in the world are you going to go back and you're going to serve if your entire family's killed by a drunk driver, and you're going to go back to, well, I mean, he was a gunner, so I'm sure he had some motivation now after that, but good night. And so the reason that I bring this up is because the idea that we're never going to get back to normal, and, we may never get back that way, that's hyperbole. Now, for some families, yes. My friend's family who lost a member of their family, their immediate family, it's going to be different for them. But the idea that the entirety of the United States is going to change because of this. When you say stuff like that, you feed conspiracy theorists. You feed the people who think that you're some like New World Order dude, and all these people are New World Order people, and they want to rewrite the economic structure of the United States and take care of the boomers. That's what, I mean, honestly, do you know why? I see when stuff like this is discussed in this manner, that's what I see online. And that's what they cite. It's hyperbole. Just be realistic, but don't sit here and be like, well, the world, everything's going to change. No, stop. And like I told my son, because my son hears this stuff. And he's like, what does that mean? Everything's going to be entirely different? I'm like, no, stop it. No. Let's get real. Yes, we're in our house. First off, be glad that you're in your house. Be glad that that you have a place and that you can shelter in your home. Be glad that you have your family with you. Now, I hear all these people that have forever talked about having family time. Looks like some of y'all's prayers were answered, so let's not take it for granted here. Well, everybody needs to quit. Look, on this stuff, it's just so doom and gloom, and I just don't think it needs to be that way. Correct me if I'm wrong, King, but I don't think I am. Nope. And this one scientist going, well, normal life isn't going to resume. What is normal life? I'm going to quote Doc Holliday from Tombstone. There is no normal life, Wyatt. There's just life. You get on with it. The end.